Hey loves, it's your girl DeeDee and welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well. So I'm back with another Tia Mowry reaction video, you guys. So Tia Mowry, you know, she stays in the news. She still seems to be on this celebration and this graduation, you know, after her divorce. And, you know, Tia is still dating and clearly finding out that the dating scene is not like it used to be, and that she's gonna have some issues in trying to find the man of her dream. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video clip. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified when I go live or post new content. Also share the video, like the video, you guys, all that good stuff. It definitely helps me out. So let me stop talking and let's get into the video. Here we go.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm in my hoe phase right now. Happiness over everything. Where's your mind?
All right, guys, what's up? I'm gonna try to do something different on my Instagram. I have entered the dating scene, and I thought that as I take off my makeup, I would share some of my horror stories. Of course, no names will be named. I decided to go out on this date with this one guy. We decided to meet at a restaurant, and I was like, okay, you know, fine, let's try that. What could go wrong? Now, mind you, I did know what this person looked like beforehand. Oh my God, I'm getting PTSD just telling this story. This is my life.
Girl, and it's gonna be a lot more of that. And you know, it's funny now, it's interesting. And I think honestly, by watching her, for her, in my opinion, and just my opinion, I think it's fun for her to get out and explore, because she hasn't been able to do that. She's been married for a lot of years. So in her mind, it's kind of exciting to get out and explore and do these things because she hasn't done it in a while. But that to me is short-lived, because once you've been out there for quite some time, you know, and you realize a year has gone by, another year has gone by, and you're not really finding anybody, it's gonna quickly turn into a situation that's not so fun. You're gonna eventually realize that what you had wasn't so bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's because she's not the first person to go through this. A lot of women have gone through this and they realize it, but then it was too late, because guess what? The man had moved on. Usually the man gets to get another woman. He gets another woman, remarry, has a child, and that's a wrap. He doesn't want to come back to you at this point. And so now the women are usually stuck in this dilemma because it's not what they thought it was going to be. And I'm not saying 100% this is going to be her case, but baby, I wouldn't be surprised, because I've seen this play out several times, and it usually doesn't fare good for the women in these situations. The men usually go on and remarry and live their best lives, but the women have a harder time. I'm just saying, but let's continue.
He ends up showing up, and he's a lot shorter than I thought that he was gonna be, which was pretty interesting, but you know, no judgment here. But what was surprising to me was he ended up showing up with a grill in his mouth to a dinner. So the first thing that I'm thinking about as he sits down to order his food is, oh my God, where is this grill going to go? Ah! Oh my goodness. He's just ordering drinks and all of that. Great, awesome. He orders his food. And then again, I'm just really trying to figure out, where is he going to put this grill? So our food finally comes to the table. And again, I'm just like, okay, where is this grill gonna go? And I was like, oh, no, he's not just gonna take it out of his mouth and just put it on the table. Guess what? He took it out of his mouth and he put it on the table. Right there on the table. I mean, at least he had a napkin, right? But still, you guys, like, what the hell? Like, really, bro? How old are we? That is just, I don't know. It was just surprising and a little tasteless, in my opinion.
You're gonna run into a lot more tasteless. I'm just saying, she's gonna run into a gambit of it all. I think like this: you must be a brave soul to forego your family, you know, to find yourself and all of these no real specific reasons, but to find yourself and go on a journey, leave your husband just to turn around and start dating again, that's some crazy work, in my opinion. To risk it all and decide to go out here and start all over in this climate when people around you are showing you this is not the best climate to start dating. Baby, sometimes, like I said, the grass isn't always green on the inside, and when you've walked away from your for sure thing, looking out here for something that's unsure, then that could be a problem. And hopefully she handles it well. Hopefully she's okay with the possibility of her not being able to find a man at her age, and that she may just be single for the rest of her life. I'm just saying, if she's okay with that, then who am I? You know what I'm saying? Just saying, it's a possibility. Let's continue.
Gross, you know what I mean? Like, this is like your first date. It's like first impressions, you know what I mean? And he just decides to put this grill right on the table as we eat. And as we're eating, I'm just like, At that moment, I truly wish that I had been on a speed date, when you can just tap out. But unfortunately, I couldn't. It was a dinner and it went on longer than I wanted it to. Girls, let me know in the comments if I am like overreacting. If you're like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with a little grill on the table. After that experience, I did start to see that people are wearing more grills these days. I guess, I don't know, am I out of sync or out of touch? I don't know.
Girl, yes, you are. You're out of sync, you're out of touch. You had a husband. What are you doing out here at 46 years old, out here trying to date? This is the scene. You're gonna run into grills, you're gonna run into a lot more craziness, because a lot of these men aren't even ready to take relationships seriously. She picked the wrong time to walk away from her husband. I'm just saying, let's continue.
Would y'all ever see me with a grill? So that was the first interesting date. I've realized that this is a part of the journey. You know what I mean? This is all a process, and this is what I didn't, go through in my 20s. It's been interesting, but it's also been fun getting to know me, getting to know what it is that, I like and what it is that I don't like. It's just a process. Love you guys. Mwah.
Now, before we move on, like I said, I kind of figured that was the case. She's kind of having fun going through this process because she doesn't realize at 46 what she's done, and it's almost like she's reliving her youth and like she's 20 something years old all over again, going out dating and meeting a guy and all this in hopes to find love, something more than what she's had, thinking that she's gonna, I guess, find something different. I don't know, but it's almost like a midlife crisis. And what happens, it's all fun, like I said, until you don't get what you're looking for and you're by yourself and it gets old. This is when everything comes full circle. This when it all comes back around and you realize, well, dang, Corey wasn't so bad. And there's a lot of cases where women have tried to reach out back to their exes and it was too late. They've moved on. And once you've decided to walk away from a man, you ain't getting him back. Once he's moved on, that's a wrap. He's moved on. Ain't no coming back. And then this is when they get that epiphany, like, well, damn, I messed up. You don't see it right away, but you will. Let's continue.
So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your birthday wishes. Really, you guys have been there for me since the beginning of my career. So I just wanted to do a personal video just to say thank you. 46 years old. Cray cray. One thing that has changed, as you can see, is I'm wearing glasses, y'all. I cannot see without them. I wanted to share with you, or I wanted to answer some questions for you guys. So the first question is, what does turning 46 mean to me? I feel like I am in the third trimester of my life. 46 to me means staying present, but just learning more about my why. Why am I the way that I am? Why do I behave the way I behave? And also focusing on where I want to be and who I want to be. I think 46 for me is focusing on how my thoughts and my behaviors are in alignment, meaning whatever it is that I want for myself, whatever it is that I think of, I do. I speak in analogies, you guys, but I think there have been times in my life where I'm looking at myself in a mirror, right? And sometimes in that mirror, I'm further ahead, which is inspiration, right? Is what what I inspire to be, or what I inspire to do. Where does Tia see herself? And then there are times where I see myself, you know, behind myself, meaning I'm seeing myself in the past. But now I feel like for the first time in a long time, you guys, I actually see myself right beside myself, meaning I am in alignment with myself, which, you know, it feels good. 46 means peace to me. What advice would I give to my younger 36-year-old self? Let's see, where was I?
You know, the thing I will say, there's nothing wrong with realizing things and learning things about yourself. As long as you're alive, you can make changes about yourself, about your life, in your life. You can always do better. So you don't have to stay stuck in in that sunken place. You can always do better. So I don't see anything wrong with her saying that, but it does get to a point where it becomes this selfish nature, where it's all about I don't hear anything about your kids and their livelihood, because as long as you have children in your household, it's never just about you. People think that the man is the hindrance to them, that the man has been holding them back, and you can't be your best self and you can't grow because of your man. So this is why women walk away from their husbands, because they think that he's the one that's holding them back from success and from anything that they're potentially trying to do. But what about your kids? Are your kids holding you back? Because they're with you all the time. You can't walk away from them. But what I hear is the I thing. It's all about me, me, me. And I personally don't think that it should be all about you when you have children. You can walk away from the man, but your kids are still there. I don't hear anything about the growth of your children and how you guys are going to maneuver through this choice that you've made, and how this is affecting them and the things that you want to grow with your kids. It's all about me, 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 and what I want and what I got to do and what and I'm doing this and how I'm going to grow and how I'm going to and I guarantee you that was part of the issue in the relationship. A lot of times when you're selfish, you don't want to hear what the man's point of view. You don't want to hear what he has to say. You only care about what you want, and you want them to just cater to you, and that's an issue. So, you know, I think a lot of times she says things and contradicts herself, but amongst all of it, everything she says sounds very selfish. And it's not saying that you can't have fun and do things for yourself, but your kids should still be your number one priority, because they're still growing. They're still learning. You're still there to nurture them. It can't be 100% about you. Just saying. Let's continue.
Where was I when I was 36 years old? I think I can just focus on maybe where I was mentally. I think I would tell myself that it is okay to want more for yourself. It is okay to say no. It is okay to value what you desire, value your self-worth. It is okay to not be perfect. It is okay to speak your truth. It is okay to be you. The advice that I have for people entering their 40s, let's see, really enjoy the ride. In your 40s, you start to really realize how short life is. Mainly because I think when you're in your 40s, you start to see loved ones leave you. The perspective that it gave me was how short life really is. Continue to walk with gratitude. The advice that I would give is understand that change is constant. You're not going to be young forever. Know that change is okay. And also know that there are better things on the horizon. That life is really what you make of it. I think how I've changed from 45 to 46, another thing is I am no longer a people pleaser. I feel like I used to feel like I had to say yes to everything. even though it wasn't something that I wanted to do. And it could be just like influences from society and the world. You should be this way. You should be that way. You should be this by this time. I feel like how I've changed is I am living my life now. I am living the life that I want to live for myself.
She has some valid points in there, I will give her. But like, once again, it's all about me. It's about nobody else. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. That's translation. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, no matter who it hurts, how anybody else feels. I'm just going to make myself happy. I don't care if it's not about the kids. It's not about my ex. It's not about that. It's about me. It's not about my family. It's about me. I'm going to put myself first, do whatever I want to do. And that's just that. And then let the chips fall where they may. And she's not the first person to do that. A lot of women tend to do that. They don't think about the bigger picture. You only think about how you feel at the moment and you react on that. And that's just that. And you do everything in your power to make yourself feel comfortable with your choice, knowing deep down that it's going to have some type of adverse effect on the people around you, whether you want to accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I said before, it's like she's trying to convince herself that she made the right choice. And if you have to convince yourself that you made the right choice, then that means you're not sure you made the right choice. And so with that type of mindset, it's a little scatterbrainish because you're not confident in the choices that you make. You're just trying to make yourself feel like you are. That's what I think of when I hear her. I'm gonna go ahead and play the last little bit of what she had to say, you guys. Here we go.
Whatever decisions that I decide to do and make, I'm very mindful about it. Does that align with what I want for myself? Does that align with what I want for my future self? And then also I think the word for me is reciprocity. It's like I actually am worth reciprocity. And it doesn't matter where it is, whether it's in the workforce, whether that's in friendship, or whether that's in relationships. I am just looking for reciprocity, and it has been a game changer for me. I've definitely become an avid reader. I was not reading as many books as I was reading then. I can say I've read about 6 books in the past year and a half. So that's that. I'm enjoying this journey, and I really look forward to another year. I look forward to just amazing, beautiful, wonderful things happening, whether that's with my family, with my friends, with my career, just with life in general, and with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for riding with me through thick and thin. Sometimes, things happen, and life is up, life is down at times, and that is okay. And I just really, really appreciate all of you guys for just sticking with me. And I love you. Mwah. Bye.
All right, there you have it. That's the part of her journey and, her life. And it is what it is. People are allowed to make their decisions. People are allowed to do what it is that they want to do. I don't have no say in that or whatever. That's her life. But, I do have an opinion on stuff that is posted online. So I'm just giving my opinion on Tia Mowry. And from what I have seen, from what she's shown us, what she's put out there herself, I think she made a mistake, and we all make mistakes. I think whether you're willing to own up to that mistake or just accept the outcome of it is a totally different story. But I do think she made a mistake, and I think a lot of women do that. A lot of times they just don't want to be accountable for their poor decision-making skills. And I just think it's one of the things that people think. You think that the grass is always greener on the other side, and you find out it's really not. And by the time you done went through this journey, you're older now. That 40 turns into 50, because she's 46. That's close to 50. And then you 55, 60, and you realize you had the best thing you ever had, and you let it slip away. And now you're regretful. And now, you just got to live with that. That's just what it is. So listen, that is it on this whole Tia Mowry assessment, you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on it. So chime in, you guys. Hit that like button, share the video, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.